start for me. He covered with a great shot in the beginning rounds. I fought through that, and I began to take control. The second half of the fight, the second half of the fourth round on. And that's where I began to dominate. That's where I began to take control. And that's where he honestly began to hit me after the bell. This first time was the second round, clearly after the bell. And then a couple of flinches ensued before the actual punch. It did happen. He did put on a great performance. He threw my game off definitely. But with the C- performance, C+ performance at best, I still managed to weather the storm and make some good things happen. And that's where I'll start the fight off at, doing that. But it was rocky, it was awkward, and this fight coming to third is very deserving for both of us, man. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Jose, the IBF ordered an immediate rematch because they determined that the referee Bill Clancy's work was inappropriate. They said he made 2 mistakes in judgment. When you think back on that fight, especially the way it ended, what upset you the most?
¿Qué te sentías de la primera pelea con el árbitro no haciendo el trabajo muy bueno, y eso es porque tenemos esta revancha?
Bueno, el árbitro desde un principio, desde antes de llegar al ring, siempre estuvo encima mío, con las molestias, molestándome. Yo pienso que por eso actuó de esa manera al momento del golpe, ¿no?
No, since before I even got to the ring, the referee was in my face, and he wasn't, I kind of felt some animosity with him towards me, and it kind of translated during the course of the fight.
You know, Dirrell, and he pointed that out, had success when he boxed and he moved in that fight, especially in the middle rounds, the 6th, 7th round. What have you done in preparation for this rematch to make sure that he doesn't have that same kind of success?
Él todavía estaba haciendo bien boxeando a ti en el 6, 7, 8. ¿Qué está haciendo diferente para agarrar tu ventaja más para ti?
Bueno, diferente nada, diferente trabajar, y yo sé que las cosas van a salir mucho mejor que la primera vez.
We're not really doing anything differently. I just went ahead and put in the time in the gym so that, things can be more conclusively.
Considering the way that first fight ended, you talked about how the referee, you felt some animosity. Will it change your approach? Will you still be aggressive in the rematch?
¿Todavía vas a ser más agresivo en esta revancha con la primera pelea?
Bueno, yo se los voy a dejar ahí. El sábado van a ver que Bolivita no nomás es un boxeador técnico, sino que tengo mucho poder en mis puños, y lo van a ver el sábado.
Saturday night, you're not just going to see that I'm just a technical boxer puncher. You're going to see my power on Saturday night.
Andre, biggest change for you this time around will be the voice in your corner. Obviously, your uncle, Leon Lawson Jr. will not be there. You trained with Virgil Hunter for this fight. First time you've trained with him. How was that, the preparation for this fight, different than fights you've had in the past?
Before we continue, I would like to say, on behalf of Dirrell Peoples, the president of the IBF, Peoples of the IBF, okay, boxing is throwing a lot of guns, man. It's just been shot at a million times about how it's going down, the UFC is going up. Well, this fight right here is one of the beautiful moments that we have in boxing. There were 2 wrongs that night. The hit after the bell with Uzcátegui, and the IBF immediately declared me the interim IBF world champion. And shortly after that, my uncle wronged José Uzcátegui by going to his corner deceivingly and hitting that man when he was unaware of anything happening. the IBF made that a mandatory that he get another opportunity off that. So I really do have to give the IBF, the commission, the president a round of applause. You guys helped me do that for bringing back beauty in the sport. Like I said, it's shadowed over UFC. It's been doing that for a while, and I just don't believe that's true. Boxing is an awesome sport, and this is a beautiful moment, man. Now José Uzcátegui has the opportunity to prove himself once again with more determination, more fire, more hunger, and so do I. I believe this is going to be the worst opportunity of his life, and that's just the truth. But nevertheless, he gets that opportunity, and I believe it'll be the best of mine. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change will come. Oh, yes, it will. Hey! Good. Hey. And what is that change? That change, I do believe, is my opportunity to prove all of the critics wrong this time around. I am not the favorite. God gives me the favor, but you don't. That's the beautiful thing in this journey for me. The beautiful thing for him is his opportunity as well. The change is, I'll change every single mind in here the night of the 30th. Jermell Charlo is not fighting on this card. That would have been another awesome action-packed fight. I gotta feel that void, or we gotta feel that void. He steps up to the plate, I hit a home run. That's my mission. I plan on completing that mission.
And again,
on with the question again.
Training with Virgil Hunter.
People love to look at Andre Dirrell and say his mental game is screwed all the way up. Well, if you think so, Virgil Hunter has definitely helped me with that. We've worked on a masterful game plan. I don't know that man. I believe as a coach, I never will. He's a tough guy to work with, but nevertheless, we did all of the necessary things we need to do to make sure we accomplish this fight in A+ fashion. I would not leave a doubt in anyone's mind that the next 2 years or more, or less given for on the stage, will be the A+ years of my career. I've been blessed with 14 great illustrious career. It's been a roller coaster ride, and Virgil is helping me along the way now. It's a new look for me, and I feel good, man. I really do, man. This is a very confident moment for me. A very, very tough fighter in Uzcátegui, a hungry fighter, like I said before. And I'm ready to just prove myself, man. I'm so grateful that I have Virgil Hunter in my corner now. So, with that being said, I'm going to get the job done March 3rd.
So let me ask you this, and we'll wrap it up with this. You just talked about those critics, and it was written after this fight. A number of people wrote that you were hurt in the 8th round and that they believed that Uzcátegui would have stopped you had the fight continued. Are you happy to get the rematch to finally settle this?
That's the beauty of it. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter first, a boxer second. You know, we get in that ring, every last one of us, no matter who we are, if we get in that ring to survive, we're fighting first to survive. We're boxing to survive. I mean, literally your life is on the line. That's the case. You know, literally put, man, simply put, that's the case. We're in there for the fights of our lives, not for the paychecks. We think about our lives first, so adrenaline is pumping. What's been done before, me being crowned IBF interim world champion, will be done again March 3rd. I'll be crowned IBF interim world champion.
Andre, thank you.